All right, Kyle. Favorite 11 time to wrap up the show. 11 questions, cricket and non-cricket. Ready to rock and roll?
Ready.
Your favorite roommate on any cricket tour?
I'm going to start with Munib Iqbal from years ago. I've had a lot of good roommates, but I'm going to say Munib Iqbal. I don't know, he's just a hilarious bloke, a great friend of mine.
What is your favorite way to spend a 14-hour flight or a two-leg flight to the World Cup in Australia, New Zealand, or a 10-hour flight from Scotland or the UK to Texas? How do you pass the time on a cross-oceanic long-haul flight?
Well, if there was a preference, it would be in business class, but it's unlikely that'll be the case. Try and stick in a few movies, see if I can fall asleep, and maybe try and play a few silly gags on a few players on the plane. Maybe, I don't know. Just keep yourself occupied.
Your favorite Scottish delicacy?
I would 100% go with haggis.
Haggis.
Haggis, I do. I enjoy haggis in the morning.
What is the secret to a good haggis?
That someone else has cooked it for me, probably.
Your favorite cricket ground experience that you've had as a player?
I absolutely loved playing. I'm going to name a couple here, but I absolutely loved playing at Nelson. It was an amazing ground. I did okay, so that helped. Playing at Lords was pretty special, but I think the overall experience of everything that's happened and what happened in the day, I'm just going to have to say the Grange, because we've had some amazing days there. Turn up, there's just a nice vibe about the place. Yeah. I tell you, playing at the SCG was pretty cool too, but it was just a warm-up game, so that doesn't count.
Question doesn't define international or club or one. It could be anything. It could be Stonywood Dice with the airport and seeing people's faces through the windows on the plane. Any ground.
Well, I left the SCG in a helicopter, so that was something new that I haven't done before. So we had to go up to the opening ceremony, and a helicopter landed outside the ground to pick a couple of us and fly away, try and get up to Melbourne. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I can't beat the Grange. The Grange just does it for us at the moment.
Your favorite cricketer of all time?
I would say it's between two, other than obviously family members.
Hey, it could be a family
I
member.
would say
That's the answer.
when I was a youngster, it used to be Brian McMillan. Brian McMillan was the guy who played for South Africa, all rounder, long hair, exactly the type of player and person I am. Ball fast, hit the ball, hit the ball hard, and I was long hair. That's me all over.
Your favorite non-cricket athlete of all time?
Michael Jordan played a lot of basketball when I was young. He was all over the media and stuff, wasn't he? Listening to his episode on Netflix, pretty amazing person how he did what he did and how he pushed other people. Sometimes controversially, maybe, but he seemed, yeah, what a player.
Your favorite place to eat out on tour away from home?
Because you don't have to split the bill, is Nando's. Always a good feed. It gets hammered by the county players all the time. Favorite restaurant, one that I would like to go to, would be a place called, just on the coast around Cape Town, called the Brass Bell. It's just on the coast. It's got the windows up, water splashes up in the windows. Just, yeah, amazing spot.
The Brass Bell in Cape Town.
Yeah, the Brass Bell.
But you also threw a Nando's in there.
Yeah, that's because there's no confusion splitting the bill. Just pay for your own. Like, sometimes it becomes very tricky when you sit down and people go, "Oh, well, I haven't had that Nando's." Just ease.
This is a follow-up, 7A. If you're a Nando's guy, what is your go-to Nando's marinade? Do you like it lemon and herb, coconut and lemon, mango and lime, medium, hot, double extra hot? What's your marinade?
Lemon herb for me. I don't push the boat out too far. I like the taste of it. And then what I will do though is get a bit of Perinaise on the side. That just sort of sends me over the edge.
I am also a lemon and herb guy. I don't try and make it too fancy. Lemon and herb, but I'll get the peri salted chips. I like having the peri
Yeah.
on the chips.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Can't beat it. See, you like the Nando's too, so that was a good shout.
I'm a big Nando's guy. Nando's and Five Guys, Kyle. Those are my two
Five
go-tos.
Guys. I'll maybe give Five Guys another go soon.
You'll get your chance in Texas. I can assure you, there's no shortage of Five Guys around there. Your favorite beverage?
I'm gonna go with alcoholic. Okay, just because there's a lot of good drinks out there, but if there was something that I would drink with friends or family from over the years, it would be brandy, and it's Clip Drift brandy. It's the cheapest brandy going. It used to be 5 or 6 rand a drink when I first went out to Cape Town, which would be about 40p. It's still up there.
Your favorite pizza topping?
It's got to be barbecue. You have to have a pizza with barbecue sauce on it as a topping. Barbecue meat feast from Domino's. Can't beat it.
Well, there's no shortage of that in America too. Might be having plenty of that down in.
I out of every pizza that I eat, not that I think about this all the time, but if I am judging a pizza, I judge it on that barbecue meat feast.
Your favorite movie of all time?
I do quite enjoy comedy. Will Ferrell's got to be one of those guys for me, or Adam Sandler over the years of some of his movies. But Step Brothers just does it for me. Cracks me up every single time. Do love a good comedy. And generally they're quite light, pretty light-hearted, really.
Last but not least, your favorite binge show to watch, whether it's Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Paramount Plus, any other streaming service, whether it was during the pandemic or some other time when you've got an awful lot of free time to kill. What's your go-to show that if it comes on or you see somebody else watching it, you can't pass up, you sit down and you stay put?
I'm not sure I've got a go-to because we've gone through quite a few now and they're kind of finished, so it's not a go-to anymore. So I'm not going to go back to it unless there's another series. But I'll tell you the most recent one we watched, which was an experience. It was called Yakimos, and it was on Netflix. It was one of the top rated, but it was dubbed over. So it was about a submarine. It was in the top 5 on Netflix, so we just started watching. It was dubbed over. So at first, it was like, I'm not going to watch this. This is rubbish. But then, it just kind of, you see what happens. You just feel to get hooked in. So that's the most recent one. I don't necessarily have a go-to. We've literally watched so many in the last 2 years. Netflix has been a lifesaver.
Yakimos.
Yakimos, yeah.
So what is this? Is it Turkish? What's the language?
I think it's Turkish. Yeah, it's Turkish. Yeah, we've been through Cobra Kai. We've been through them all. I actually can't believe I carried on watching it. The acting was so bad, but we did.